Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is not how I thought I'd be starting this video because this is going to be our holiday trip to Santorini, hopefully. But yeah, today we have had the worst luck of our lives. I'm obviously not in Santorini. Today's Saturday. Our flight was at 8:05 this morning. Emphasis on was. And none of the trains from Brighton were running. There was some kind of minor landslide and some issues on the track. And so we woke up this morning and my phone is awful at refreshing emails. I don't know if I've got background app refresh turned off my emails, but I basically don't get emails unless I go on and refresh it. So we wake up at 5 a.m, get ready, get the girls ready and take them obviously outside or whatever. Get ourselves ready, head off to the station. Our train was at 5:30. All of the trains at the station are cancelled. The only train we could get was at 6:10. And I was like, well, that's fine. I've always had really good experiences at airports. I was going to touch wood, but it's gone already, the luck. And so I was like, yeah, it's fine. Ty was stressed. I thought easy. I've seen TikToks, people are just getting through within half an hour. I now, in hindsight, realize that these people don't have hold luggage. Because we rock up to Gatwick Airport. At this point, we were already looking at booking an Uber, and it said it was going to take 40 minutes to get there. It was the same time on the train, so I was like, we'll just stick on the train, cheaper. We rock up. We are not in the right terminal, so we had to get the shuttle. We had so I think we arrived at the airport at 7:10. Obviously our flight was at 8:05. So I was like, we've still got an hour. It's fine. We'll just drop the bags, get through security. We won't fuss about a lounge. We'll just go straight to the plane. And we joined the queue, and I'm thinking, we're not going to get through this quick enough. So I went over and spoke to someone and was like, this is our flight time. Are we going to actually make the plane? And she was like, yeah, you'll be fine. She was like, we'll just stick you on one of these machines here. It's okay. And then she was like, wait, what's your flight time? And I was like, 8:05. She was like, no, that closed 5 minutes ago. And I was like, you're joking me. So it turns out, yeah, you obviously have to check luggage. And on the way into the airport, I'm thinking, yeah, it makes sense that I need to get my luggage obviously earlier onto the plane so they can load it, get it through some x-rays or whatever. I'm not going to be able to just get it on there 20 minutes before the plane. So when she tells me this, I'm like, of course, what the hell do I do now? And I've never missed a flight in my life. Then she's like, you're going to have to come back once the flight's departed, and we can see if we can get you on another flight. There's already crowds around who are having similar issues because obviously the Gatwick Express was just ruined this morning and just not working. And so I can hear everyone trying to book plane tickets and all of them are sold out. So I was like, fab. Go upstairs to a server's desk for the other airlines. They tell me the next flight isn't until Tuesday. I'm dealing with this alone because I was like, Ty, it's fine. I'll get this sorted. Let me solve the situation. Go downstairs, tell him the news. I feel like I'm going to start crying at this point because there's something about airports that are just so stressful anyway. And I feel like there's obviously such a pressure of everything just going smoothly and you just want to get on holiday. And so at this point, I was like, things could not be worse. So then we go over to the EasyJet counter who we were flying with. They tell us there's one seat available tomorrow morning, so Sunday morning. And I was like, well, what are we going to do here? So we're on Skyscanner looking for other options for that day because I was like, I'm getting to Santorini today or else. I just thought of course we'll be able to book a flight, it'll be fine. No, there's no flights. Everything is not direct, so it's going to take 8 hours. Going all sorts all over Europe and for 700 quid. And I'm thinking, actually it's going to be cheap because we only need a single. We just need one flight. No. So we managed to get a separate flight from Stansted for Ty. So I'm on the Gatwick flight tomorrow to Santorini. Ty's in London at the moment. So wait, I'm skipping ahead. So we end up booking a single flight. That was a faff as it is. We had to pay £110 for a rescue fee to EasyJet, which I was like, they're not going to give it to us for free anyway. So I was like, whatever. And that meant that we got to keep our luggage. I then am like, what are we doing with this luggage? Because I'm not hurling this back to Brighton with me. So I've left the luggage with one of the storage company at Gatwick. So then I'm like, right, let me check the train times for tomorrow. All of the trains tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, are bus replacement because there's still this ongoing issue with the track. So then I'm like, well, I can't even get from Brighton to Gatwick tomorrow morning. So I'm messaging my girlfriend, it's like, can I stay with you in London? It'll be easier for me to get from London down to Gatwick than the half an hour from Brighton to Gatwick. I hope this is clear. They're like, yeah, fine. I'm on the train to London with Ty because we're like, let's seize the day. We'll just go for a nice day out. It's London Pride. So it's carnage. And like all the years before that I've been to London Pride, like it is just like the city's like shut because obviously you've got the parade going through the whole of central London. It's just like rammed, so many people coming in. And I was like, it's just not what I need right now. And obviously we're running on like no sleep because we were up last night, like packing, get everything sorted. And so we get into London, we went to Chelsea. Luckily Chelsea like wasn't too busy. I went to a blank street. I had to like do some retail therapy, so I got some like new clothes for holidays. So that's a bonus. Although the suitcase is already packed. Bear in mind as well, the suitcase has everything that we need in it. And so once we dropped the suitcase off, we got on the train and Ty was like, is there anything in that suitcase that we need? And I'm thinking, yeah, my toothbrush, my like phone charger, like just all your essentials. So that's fab. So the day was just going from worse to worse. So luckily I ended up meeting up with my friend, went back to hers. I then was like, let me just double check what the trains are like tomorrow for me to get from London to Gatwick. There's two. There are two trains that I can get from Victoria, and it was going to take me a while to get from my friends to Victoria anyway. And so I'm thinking I've got to be up at 2 a.m. because the trains were getting me in to Gatwick for like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. My flight tomorrow is 8 a.m. again. And so now I've got about 6 hours to kill in Gatwick tomorrow. I mean, the maths isn't mathing, but so it turns out those are the only two trains available. I'm in East London. So I was like, well, if they get cancelled, like every other train has been to Brighton, then I've got no hope of getting to Gatwick. Like it's the only route that I can get to Gatwick on. And there's no coaches. An Uber is going to cost me a fortune because it's an hour and a half drive. And so then I was like, great, I'm going to have to go back to Brighton because it will be safer for me to get a coach from Brighton to Gatwick and then have the option of a cheaper Uber because the trains aren't running, like I said, so it's bus replacement tomorrow anyway. So I'm on the coach with my bags. And so now here I am. I'm back down in Brighton. It took me another like 2 hours to get down here because every single train has been cancelled, bar like 1 in 3. And it's just been a hell of a night. It's now like 9 o'clock. My coach is at 4:05, I think, tomorrow morning. So I'm getting into Gatwick at 5. I will be on this plane if it's the last thing that I do. But honestly, it was just so stressful. And I feel like now I can just like, and I'm back in the flat. But I just cannot believe that I left this flat like 13, 14 hours ago to go on holiday and I'm not in Greece. And at this point as well, I felt like I was on Race Across the World because we've been watching loads of that recently and I'm thinking I'll get a flight to anywhere in Greece and I'll just get the ferry across. None of the flights are until like 11 o'clock tonight anyway that were available. And so there was no way I was getting a ferry at like 2 a.m. to get to Santorini. And so the best option was to get the next flight tomorrow morning, which is fine. I'm glad that there was at least one seat available, but it just honestly seemed like such sod's law that only one seat was available. But we managed to get it sorted. I'll be in Santorini hopefully tomorrow. And I think that's it really to tell you. Good morning, so it's 3:30. I've been awake since 2. I don't know why I just could not go back to sleep. So that's annoying. Coach is in 40 minutes, but I was doing some research last night because the bus that I was speaking about, like the stop that's near me. So when I booked my ticket, I couldn't book from that station. I could only just book Brighton. And so part of me is like, the stop that I'm booked from is further away. And so that includes that part of the journey anyway, so surely I can just get on there. It's pouring up with rain outside, of course, and it's a 20-minute walk to the stop that I have booked. So I'm like, do I risk it? And like, what if I turn up and they're just like, no. But like, surely they're not going to be because like, I'm going to be on from that stop anyway because I'm going to be on before that stop. So I don't know, if it's just going to be so depressing walking 20 minutes in the rain in my shorts because I'm not about to put jeans on when I'm not going to wear jeans for the whole trip. I'm going to walk there 20 minutes in the rain and then people are going to be getting on from the stop outside my flat. And so it's going to be so annoying. But I think I'm just going to do it just to be safe. So going to brush my teeth, put some moisturiser on and get going. Also, last night when I was eating my pizza, I got sauce. I like dropped some salami on me. And so then now I've got like oil stains on my t-shirt. And so I put that in the wash last night with like Vanish on and like a stain wipe and nothing's come out. And I've just gotten it out and it's still stained. So I'm soaking it in some Vanish, but then when I get back, that's going to smell because it's going to be like damp in the washing machine for another 5 days. So, oh Lord, get me on a sun lounger. Okay, I'll speak to you hopefully when I'm on the coach, probably soaking wet. So, I finally made it to Santorini. This is literally, I've just stepped into the door, so camera eats first. I just got picked up on a golf buggy and like had a little glass of whatever that is, some kind of bubbly. But we're staying at a hotel called Crisanto Luxury Suites, and it's more like just a boutique hotel. So we've got this suites room here. We've got like a nice little living area here. Awesome. Oh, what is this? No, is it ouzo? Oh my God, oh, those are shot glasses, aren't they? So surely this is ouzo, I don't know. And then some little pastries. We obviously didn't get here yesterday, and so I hope they're not still there from yesterday. But so far, everyone's been so lovely. This is obviously the bedroom, and then we've got wardrobes here. I love a hotel slipper. And then we've got the little vanity unit over here. Yoo-hoo. And in here, go left. Just a little shower room. I guess it's just like a whole wet room. Jesus Christ, it's huge. Although, obviously the shower's only there. There's not one in the ceiling, so. Yep. And then we've got in here, toilet, really exciting. And then the most exciting part is that we've got this little plunge pool outside and like our own sun loungers, in addition to the actual main swimming pool. I love this pot. Sorry, the hotel staff just turned up with the suitcase, so. Oh, I've just missed it. The guy was on the golf buggy, but I did manage to get like a little clip. I think I filmed it on cinematic mode, so I think it's a bit weird. But here I am. I never vlog this way around, so I can't even see myself. I don't like this. The flight was okay. I think actually I'm gonna swap this 1 second. The flight was okay. Am I sunburnt already from being outside? It's 3 o'clock now, so not too late, so I'm sure there's still some UV in the air. But the flight was fine. We ended up having to stay on the tarmac for like an hour, and we were in like a taxi bay waiting to get the all clear to go, because I think there was like air traffic and some other issues. And they were also delayed on loading the luggage. And I thought, you cheeky buggers, seeing as we literally couldn't get our flight yesterday because we were too late for our luggage. And now I'm sat waiting for an hour because they've not even got the luggage on the plane today. So that was a pain. But yeah, the airport was all good. I literally got through, like dropped the bags. It was quite busy to drop bags. But got through security in like 5 minutes, and then I just went to the lounge for 2 hours. And so it was so frustrating because I was like, literally yesterday we would have just been fine to drop the bags and just get on the plane. Like we had so much time to get through security and get to the gate. But hey ho, we've made it now. Ty's on the flight at 4 o'clock, which is in 2 hours time, 3 hours time. My brain's frazzled. But anyway, I'm gonna unpack some bits now because I'm like desperate to get all of my toiletries and my electric toothbrush. I hate using a manual toothbrush, and that's all I had obviously yesterday because my toothbrush was in the suitcase. But I'm glad to be here. I honestly was convinced that something else was going to go wrong. Obviously, we had the delay. But then I was thinking, when we landed, I was like, this isn't Santorini. Like, I guarantee you I'm in Mykonos or Crete or somewhere like Corfu, some other Greek island, and not in the one I meant to be. But made it in the end. I'm going to have my little drink here. Could even have a shot with those shot glasses, whatever that is. I want to give it a sniff. I'll wait for Ty to get here. I've got no idea what this is. I don't think this is alcoholic, but... little cheers. I had a Prosecco, well, a mimosa in the lounge earlier, but I hadn't really eaten anything. Not that it went to my head, I just then was feeling quite sick. And so I think it was also the pre-flight nerves. I didn't think I was getting on that plane. So yeah, here I am. The next dilemma is Ty's locked the suitcase and he can't message me back because he's either like on the tube or in the airport. And so all I want to do is get outside in the sun, but I can't get my swim trunks. Oh, I'm gonna scream. I'm sure he'll respond in a minute, but I'm just like, one thing will not go right this whole trip. I've literally just finished filming that clip saying that nothing will go right, and stepped outside and shut the door on me with no key on me. So now I've got to walk back to reception. I'm gonna cry. Also, I think this plunge pool's a jacuzzi. There's a button. You're joking me. Surely not. Stop it. Right, I'm gonna go and get another room key. I've also not even got shoes on because I've just taken my shoes off. I was about to sit on the lounger and just chill. Maybe I'll just do that anyway. Let me just have a sit down for a moment. got a key. I think I just got read by the receptionist. She said it's like the most common thing because everyone gets excited and they go out in their room and they want to look at the view and then they just get locked out. But the issue is how like the villas are all next to each other and you can see everyone as I'm walking past, so they can all see me just walking with no shoes on, having to get a spare key. Whilst I am walking back though, I can give you a little bit of a tour of the actual complex. So just like a nice little walkway here. The pool is all there. Don't really want to film people sunbathing. We've got a gym down there. Hello. So, Ty's still not here. I've just spent like the afternoon lounging by the pool. I got this gorgeous chicken salad. I thought it was gonna be a Caesar salad because it said that it came with like bacon and croutons. I mean, most salads probably do come with that nowadays. But it wasn't a Caesar salad. It was like a chopped salad. So it had like sweet corn and peppers and tomatoes in it. I've also done my hair differently. And in the mirror, it looks like interesting. So see, I've just like styled it a bit messily. But then like when I flip the camera around, it looks crazy. I don't know if it's like the lighting that's like shining through it so that you can't see that it sort of like all goes together. I don't know. I mean, I've not seen anyone this evening anyway, so I just like put some new products in my hair. Outfit of the day is just this new t-shirt that I got from United by Fred in Brighton. I really like the blue. And then I've honestly like, this isn't a proper outfit. I'm going to the supermarket. And then just some linen shorts from ASOS. And then these like sandal clog Birkenstock dupes. And yeah, that's me. Anyway, what was I talking to you about? I was telling you about my afternoon. So yeah, I just sort of chilled and then I came back to the room. I can't look at myself with this hair. Like, what am I meant to do? That's a little bit better. Maybe if I go against like, you can see the spikes. I got no hope. But just came back to the room, chilled out in the jacuzzi, carried on reading my book. I started ACOTAR literally yesterday on the train back down to Brighton and I've now nearly finished it. So luckily I've got a second book with me, which I would have already shown you. And so now I don't really know what to do with myself because I've eaten. I don't want to go out for like dinner alone tonight. I sort of had something to eat at the pool, like I said, the salad. And so I'm gonna go for like a walk over into the main town. Apparently it's just like 10 minutes down the hill and hopefully catch the sunset, have a little bit of a nosy. I don't want to see too much without Ty and like, don't want to miss our first sunset together, but he's not going to get into Santorini until like 10 o'clock at night. I think he's still at Stansted now. His flight was meant to take off an hour ago, but there's like heavy rain or something. So that's annoying. So it's just me this evening ready with me and this crazy hair. So I'll bring you guys along when I go down there. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to walk in these, but most of my clothes are actually in Ty's backpack. I took a load out of the suitcase to put into his backpack to save some room, obviously thinking we were traveling together. And so I've just gone to get ready and I've got like no trousers or like my shirts or anything. So that's why I'm just like in this. But speak to you in a bit. Got to be the luckiest cat in the world. Imagine this just being your view. could like make this vlog really negative, but so far, like it's hard because Santorini is gorgeous and like I've just had the most lovely experience going and watching the sunset. It turns out we're like a 10-minute walk away from like this amazing view. And so obviously Ty's on his way here. He was meant to be here at, I've got the flight tracker up. I was literally just having a look. So I was like, what time is he here? He was meant to be here in an hour. It's now like 9 o'clock. His flight has been delayed 2 hours. So he's getting in at midnight. And so obviously, like I said to you, I didn't want to just hang about. Like I'll take myself, took myself to see the sunset. It was amazing. Like I was literally, I got that and I was like, I've never seen anything more beautiful in my life than like this view. Obviously you would have seen it, it looks spectacular. And I'm texting Ty and I'm just in awe, like this is amazing. Like I was like, this has been worth the stress of the past 2 days. And then like, I've just been scammed. So it's a joke because like everyone's like, thank God you're there. Like all my friends like now, like you can relax, you're gonna have a good time. And I don't know if I spoke about this earlier in the video, but like everything here, I knew it was gonna be expensive, but like this hotel was already expensive. The flights weren't too crazy. They obviously then were expensive for us because we had to spend an extra God knows what booking other flights because we missed them. And then, yeah, like then I was in the lounge earlier and I started looking at a taxi. Santorini has a minimum cab fare of 36 euros and we are 8 minutes away from the airport. So to me, the math isn't mathing. So I feel like I was just scammed there. And so then I get in the car with this lady. She was so lovely. She spoke like amazing English. She gives me like a card for like she does private tours and stuff. I was like, great, like we're looking to book a wine tour. She tells me it's gonna be £220 each. And I was like, I've been looking on Get Your Guide and it's 35, 40 quid. Like when I've done wine tasting before with my friends, I'm pretty sure we did it in Portugal at this amazing winery for 25 euros. And like, it's obviously different places, but I was just in disbelief. And so then anyway, I've gone, had this lovely sunset. I'm not that hungry, but I've not eaten much the past 2 days because like my stomach has just been like, I think the stress and obviously traveling or whatever. So I was like, no, I should go and like have something to eat. And now I've got 3 hours to kill until Ty's hit 4 hours back then. So I was like, I'll just grab a burger. I'm walking around. All the restaurants there obviously have like amazing views, so they're going to be expensive. And this all just sounds so stupid to be complaining about, but I'm getting frustrated because like, I knew this was going to be expensive, but I just feel like I'm getting taken the mick out of. And like, it's just annoying as well because like, this is my only summer holiday of the year and I work hard for my money, and to be just throwing it away, like I'm just hemorrhaging cash, like for no reason. But anyway, I was like, let me just move away from all these restaurants. On the walk home, like there were so many on the top of the hill or whatever, looking like the first couple of restaurants and it's like 20 quid for a burger. And I'm thinking, that's not awful. I'm not expecting it to be £15 like I would on like any other holiday. But nowhere had like tables. I go into a different restaurant. I walk in, there's like 4 people there. It's got this amazing view you would have seen. And everyone's just having drinks. And I said to the guy like, oh, do you do food? And he was like, yeah, come with me, my man. Come with me, my man. Go to the bar. He gives me this sheet because I'd seen that they had a food menu outside and it just looked like it wasn't anything fancy. Like it was a laminated sheet of paper that had like gyros on it. So I was like, fine, I'll get a gyros. I like a gyros. And then I go to him, I'm like, oh, like, can I order food? He's like, yep, great, because I'm thinking, no one's having food here. I ordered the gyros, and I was like, I'll just get a Coke as well. I didn't even want a Coke. I see him type in his calculator, 28 euros. And I thought, no, like something's obviously wrong here. And the sun was shining on the calculator. This sounds ridiculous, but obviously, you know, on a calculator, when like the light's hitting it, you can see all of the digits. Like when you can't see like what's properly illuminated with like the black when it blacks out the digit. So I'm thinking, no, it must be 20. And he's just not added on the Coke. He'll just do that at the till. He's then like, you need to. I was like, do you take card? He said, yep. He's like, you need to open your phone, and I thought, well, that's sketchy. So I see the card terminal is like on the cash. On the till, and that's like the other end of the bar. So I was like, fine, like you're obviously not going anywhere. Just give him like my card. And then he gives my phone back and there is a charge on there for 28 euros. And I'm just in disbelief. And I just like laughed to myself and I thought, no, like maybe the food wasn't 20 euros, maybe he's upped it to 25 or something. I went on TripAdvisor because I thought, something's not adding up here. I should have had this up prepared, give me a second. So I open up Apple Maps and I see 2.2 stars. And I thought, That's funny because I would probably rate this place a 1. It's still an amazing view, but obviously they're charging so much because everyone's just going there to sit at the view. The reviews, number 1, warning, rip off. This guy charges £48 for a lemonade jar, 48 euros in a lemonade jar for 2 Aperol splashes. And I feel actually quite sorry because the girls next to me had these same glasses and I hope that they didn't just spend £48 on 2 Aperol spritzes. And I text my friends whilst this is all going on and my friend's like, that's illegal, surely. That's not, like, he can't charge you £8 for a Coca-Cola. The next review, 1 star. This place is a scandal, a scam, probably illegal, and owner is a racist. So I'm thinking, perfect. Like, I can't really complain here because he's obviously not a nice person either. And I'd already paid. He obviously wasn't going to refund me with the money. And I can hear the grill. So I'm thinking, at least this is fresh. Like, that was going through my head. I thought this is going to be, like, not too bad. Like, it will still be a bit of, like, an authentic gyros. It came out with slivers of the chicken. The bread wasn't even toasted, and it wasn't even tzatziki. That was just like garlic mayo with some paprika on top. Just some cut up tomatoes. And the worst point was, I was looking at these crisps, and you see that I picked them with chips, and I picked them up in the video because I thought that's not a crisp. I've just been into the supermarket on the way home to get some water, and they were selling a bag of the chips. They're not even chips, they're crisps. They're just like little matchstick crisps. I've never seen anything like it. But honestly, every single review on here, absolutely terrible, rude place, tourist trap, Greek knobs, stay away from this place. Careful tourist trap, nice views, low quality drinks, probably money laundering, only cash. Well, I did manage to pay in card, but I just couldn't believe it because it's been such a ride to get here. And I'm thinking tomorrow the fates will change tomorrow. It'll be okay. Once Ty's here, we're going to be settled. We've got a nice trip planned in the morning, although that's going to cost us about 70 quid to get there. Sorry, my friend actually just FaceTimed me because I was talking about all of this in the group chat. And we've decided that I've just got to suck it up. I've just got to tap the credit card and just suck it up. It's obviously an expensive place to be. It's just been a pain getting here and like for it then to have like these additional pains. But yeah, Ty is still 2 hours away. I don't really know what else I can update you on. I showed you the room, didn't I? So that's all good. I feel like this vlog is probably already long and it's probably filled with like negatives. So I'm gonna try and balance it out a little bit. We're going on a boat tour tomorrow morning. So I'll get some like really nice videos for you there. And then maybe I'll do this as like part 1. And then part 2, hopefully will just be like an amazing, happy Santorini vlog. I've just like never been on holiday before and it'd be bad vibes. Like the holiday itself isn't bad vibes and I'm really grateful to be here. Honestly, I sat there watching the sunset for 45 minutes. Like at first I had like headphones in and I was like, no, I actually want to sit here and like just breathe it all in. I was like there like doing my box breathing, almost like meditating, and it was just so lovely. There was like no one around because I've seen so many YouTube videos and like reviews of Santorini and everyone's like, it's so crowded, you can't go anywhere. I was walking down streets that were completely empty, like along the cliff and stuff. And so, yeah, it doesn't really seem too busy. I know that we're not in Oya, which is like the main place that people go to see the sunset because you get like the full view of the islands, like curved then. But yeah, like it really wasn't too bad. So I'm really excited to like take Ty there tomorrow night so he can see what I saw, because honestly I walked down like these steps and it just opened up into like this expanse of just like all the islands. Yeah, it just blew me away. And I get the hype. My bank account does not. So I'm hoping the rest of this trip isn't going to be like as expensive. It's just, honestly, it's just silly things. Like, and also we had this last year when we went to Rhodes. Greece charge an environmental tax, which like I do get. And when we stay even like in hotels in Manchester, you have to pay like a city tax. But that's like £1 in Manchester. Here, it's 15 euros a night on top of the hotel bill. And so that's already like an extra, I don't know, it was in the lower hundreds. It was like 110 or something. And it just doesn't feel nice. But yeah, we're gonna have a really nice time. I'm really looking forward to this holiday. I put on today like a new top that I got from Brighton, and I've got like some other clothes. And so yeah, it's gonna be a really nice trip. And also today I have been getting through Akatar. Let me just grab it. So I feel like this is really hard because I've seen so many people talking about reading A Court of Thorns and Roses and like Akatar, the series, and I've been thinking like I'm not into like the fantasy sort of like books and like films and stuff, but I knew it was gonna be a safe bet. I already said this in the vlog, so I picked it up. I know obviously I've been delayed and stuff today, but I am getting through it. I have that much left. I'm hooked. And my friend that I was with yesterday had the next 2 books with her, but I was like, no, it's fine. Like, there's no chance I'm gonna get through this in the holiday. It's not even fin at the end of day 1. So like by the time Ty's home this evening, this is gonna be done. Luckily, the next 2 audiobooks are on Spotify. So I'm thinking I could just stick them on like 2 times speed and just get through them as well. Because I think it ends on a bit of like a cliffhanger. So yeah, really enjoying this so far. I have got another book with me, but I do want to dive into that because that's set in Greece, and so but I'm enjoying the Akatar. And that's me really. I'm gonna now just get in bed, read the book, play on my farm, and just chill. I've got to kill time. I need to tidy up because I want the room to like be nice and fresh for Ty to come and like see it and be excited. But then equally as well, like, I've unpacked, so it's a bit annoying like that. But gonna have a quick like run around the room, tidy that up, and then yeah, read my book. Maybe I'll stick the audiobook on now whilst I tidy. How clever. I'll speak to you guys in the morning.